Okay, so there are a decent number of profiles like this. Okay, 31, female, based in the US, event coordinator, average looking in my opinion, and wearing heavy makeup with false lashes in all of her photos, including the casual ones. Here are some excerpts of her profile. I would like someone who is physically my type, attractive, fit, full head of hair, 5'11 or above, at least an 8 or 9 out of 10. Looks matter to me. He must be educated and have a stable job well into 6 figures. Someone who is emotionally intelligent and a high-value man who understands the worth of a woman in a relationship. I won't tolerate anyone who does not know how to treat someone like a lady. I have high standards and I'm not interested in anyone who is trying to lower my standards. Now, this person is rejected because I don't think that the person that she wants will want her back. I mean, I've already seen profiles like this, and she doesn't meet their requirements. But what's very interesting to me is this discourse about trying to lower my standards. I've actually seen that sentiment a bunch of times in my comment section, and I don't actually know what that means. I think it's a very weird thing to say. Like, what do you mean other people are trying to lower your standards? Nobody cares what your standards are, and nobody cares even more to try and lower them. This is a free market, so you can have all of the standards that you want. You can ask for a billionaire if you want, but people also have to choose you. Now, as a matchmaker, I can factually tell you that based on what you're looking for, those people who do meet your requirements, whether or not they would want you back or not. So at some point, especially for someone in my position, it's simply about reality. And what I would say to this person is, hold on to your standards, hold on to them tight, and find yourself someone.
This is going to trigger a lot of women. And if it triggers you, that means it was meant for you. I don't avoid the truth just because someone's ego is not ready to take it. A lot of women proudly say I have standards, but what they really mean is, I want a man who gives me everything while I give the bare minimum. You want a man who's emotionally mature, financially stable, loyal, masculine, emotionally intelligent, while you can't handle accountability. You don't know how to communicate. You expect him to read your mind. You don't want a partnership. You want a provider, a therapist, a mind reader, all in one man. You demand emotional maturity where you get defensive the moment you're called out. You want consistency, but chase men who give you anxiety because chaos feels exciting. You say you want a masculine leader, but reject anything that requires you to show up feminine. You call it high standards, but it's really just entitlement. Standards aren't about what you demand from others. Standards are about what you demand from yourself. If you want emotional maturity, heal your triggers. If you want consistency, stop entertaining inconsistency. If you want depth, stop showing up shallow. If you want leadership, be someone worth leading. And that's why you keep getting hurt. Not because good men don't exist, but because you're not the woman your ideal man would choose. Build your standards on your character, not fantasies. Because when you call entitlement empowerment or feminism, it's not confidence, it's delusion. This is going to trigger a lot of women. And if it triggers you, that means it was meant for you. I don't avoid the truth just because someone's ego is not ready to take it. A lot of women proudly say I have standards, but what they really mean is, I want a man who gives me everything while I give the bare minimum. You want a man who's emotionally mature, financially stable, loyal, masculine, emotionally intelligent, while you can't handle accountability. You don't know how to communicate. You expect him to read your mind. You don't want a partnership. You want a provider, a therapist, a mind reader, all in one man. You demand emotional maturity where you get defensive the moment you're called out. You want consistency, but chase men who give you anxiety because chaos feels exciting. You say you want a masculine leader, but reject anything that requires you to show up feminine. You call it high standards, but it's really just entitlement. Standards aren't about what you demand from others. Standards are about what you demand from yourself. If you want emotional maturity, heal your triggers. If you want consistency, stop entertaining inconsistency. If you want depth, stop showing up shallow. If you want leadership, be someone worth leading. And that's why you keep getting hurt. Not because good men don't exist, but because you're not the woman your ideal man would choose. Build your standards on your character, not fantasies. Because when you call entitlement empowerment or feminism, it's not confidence, it's delusion.
I've seen a lot of videos of women in their 30s and 40s.
I am so glad I did not have to be the one to say this. Viewer discretion is advised.
Exclaiming that men in their 20s are trying to date them. No, they're not. They are trying to hook up with you. And before you try to convince yourself that you're okay with that, are you really? Or are you just brainwashed into believing that promiscuity is empowering?
Now, that is a concept I can get behind wholeheartedly because I've been saying this for a while now. Anytime I've ever come across a woman that's older and like, oh, the young boys love me. No, they don't. They just want to crack. And as a young man that's been a younger man, I knew what it was like to be like, bro, I got that 30-year-old, she with me. Not because I actually wanted to be with her. It was more so like a rite of passage, like I was becoming a man and unlocking a certain space or a level in my life where I was 25 years old with a 35, 37-year-old woman. And for the ladies that actually believe these young boys really want to be with you, just think about it for one split second. What true accomplishment is there for you to attract young men? Truly. Because I got all these standards for men in your age group. Y'all got all these standards for men in your age group. And I'm sure them 20-year-olds are not meeting the standard. So what is the true accomplishment here? What makes you at 30 plus, maybe even 40 plus, some of y'all even 50 plus, say that, oh, the young boys love me. So what? They want to crack. If you look good enough, what man in his right mind wouldn't? Not to mention some of y'all be grooming those young boys, but you know what? That's a different conversation for a different time. But y'all catch my drift. Ladies, them young boys do not want to be with you. And it is not a flex to say that they actually want to sleep with you. It's actually very regular. Y'all keep the change.
Holy you guys. I don't know if there's like a plague going on in West Orange, New Jersey for wedding venues, but easily one of the most iconic and well-known wedding venues, I would say, in all of New Jersey, or at least in all of northern New Jersey, is closing as of July 5th of this year. And as of this moment, you can Google to and you won't find out where it is.
And we were supposed to get married at Circle B Wedding and Event Center in Isanti, Minnesota in less than 2 weeks, so on May 4th of 2024 here. And we just got an email that they effectively immediately closed the venue. And so we have nowhere to go and not getting our money back.
It's been 12 hours since I found out that our wedding venue closed 32 days before our wedding, and they kept all of our money. I know that there were people trying to share our story last night. I tried to comment back.
My wedding is in 51 days, and yesterday we got a call that our venue will be closing down 20 days before our event.
A little birdie has told me that there are 2 wedding venues in the Adelaide Hills that have closed last minute and with no notice. So we've had some inquiries from couples that are getting married really, really soon, like in just a couple of weeks.
Ooh, what's up with y'all? Brother! Yeah, nah, y'all smell like unemployment and food stamps.
No! Wait, y'all trying to say food stamps because we black?
Nah, we just have extremely high standards that we know y'all can't meet.
Why y'all judging a book by its cover?
Are you guys gonna cook hot breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and work a full-time job, and take care of my kids?
While I sit at home and do nothing, and play video games, and beat my meat 4 times a day?
You gonna buy me clothes? Can't you see I'm a fashion nigga?
Is you broke niggas gonna change Junior diaper?
My last bought me a robe. I see y'all hoes in here wearing costume jewelry. I ain't bathed myself in a whole year.
Wait, what?
No, the hoes bathed me. I don't have to do it. Most importantly, we need the balls drained. I'm talking about that.
And you know they call me 10. I need that head at least 10 times a day. If you think we gonna keep this peace.
Y'all asking for too much. Who do y'all think we are?
Y'all think this is 1950s? Since when men have high standards like this?
Y'all need to have a 900 credit score, nice lips, slim waist, bubble butt, toned abs, you feel me? Eyebrows, natural eyelashes, and beautiful eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Balls.
Long hair too.
Yeah. Yes, get the balls.
So what y'all gonna do for us though, if we do all that?
Nothing!
Hey, we still gonna cheat on y'all ass after y'all did all that. You feel me? And we gonna complain that y'all not home enough.
Y'all hella sassy. Hell no.
You know, a lot of these modern women, when you think of what self-check, I was like, man, you know, a lot of these brothers, these young brothers are just wanting to crack these older women. That's all they want to do. These ladies don't care. If I'm not getting the attention that I used to get, I need to get it from somewhere. And at that point in time, and that's what men keep on saying, modern women, even though they try to elevate themselves above a man, they try to make it seem like I'm not like those peasants. I'm better than they are. I'm on a higher playing field. My mind is on a much greater level than theirs. Even though they try to act like that, they're not. Not at all. Nowhere close to it. They're the same way. I'm looking for the attention, and honestly and truly, and especially if you're attractive enough, I'll give you exactly what you want in order to get that attention, because you don't understand. The attention, if I get attention from a man, that's content for me. That's motivation. That's a boost for me for at least the next week. That's honestly and truly, if I can stretch it out, that's an ego boost, and that's motivation for me for the next month. Now, if it's a hot guy, a super hot guy, that could be motivation and an ego boost for me for up to probably about 2 years, honestly. Probably about 2 years, right? And then if you get an NBA player or an NFL player or somebody in the pros, maybe and when I say the pros, I don't mean a star. I just mean somebody that's D1 or in the NBA. Somebody that if you say, oh man, I got an athlete, or I got like somebody in the NFL that can give you some sort of cachet because you just name drop, you just said the NFL, not even the name, they'll never let that go. That'll be their calling card. They talk about D1 guys, making fun of them. I would have went D1 if I would have did this. That's modern women today. Well, I got a D1 man once. I got a rich guy once. I got an NFL athlete once. I got an NBA guy once. They'll do anything and everything to keep that attention, man.
Now, you hear a lot about unrealistic beauty standards, but you don't hear nearly enough about the unrealistic personality standards that women have to live up to.
Bingo.
Every time you turn on the TV, you see women in films reacting stoically, controlling emotions, staying calm in high-pressure situations.
Doing math.
Giving men the false impression that this is somehow what they should be expecting from a woman's personality.
Whether that's Kristen Ritter not wanting to talk about her feelings in Jessica Jones, or Charlize Theron's short, concise, data-driven answers to questions in Mad Max, I don't think these filmmakers realize or care about the harm they are doing by asking women to live up to those unattainable, emotional, and storytelling ideals.
I had a friend come up to me recently complaining that his date took forever to get ready. They missed the previews. Then she started crying as if this is some abnormal event. I had to grab the guy and say, Dave, I don't know what you saw in Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, but this is what a woman looks like without having her personality airbrushed by Hollywood.
That's why I so much appreciate what they are doing on The View.
Yes.
Personality, positivity, showing what a real woman looks like completely unshackled from whether statistics or evidence even remotely lines up with the points they are making.
I want to also applaud the makers of The View for just putting their raw, undesirable personalities out there, flaws and all, so men can see a realistic depiction of what to expect from a woman.
She wants to know why men do this, and I'll explain.
Okay, guys. I need y'all to answer this question for me. If a woman's been talking to you for 8 months or so, loyal to you, only kicking it with you, you fall asleep with her on the phone every night. Yes, I said it. Every night. Answers all your calls, unless it's petty arguments or whatever the fucking they're trying to prove a point or something, but doesn't disappear on you. Could share location at any given time. Want something real. At what point in time do you feel the man should lock in? Because the man doesn't want to lock in. Why wouldn't a man lock in if he has that? I want your honest opinions. Why wouldn't a man lock in with a good, faithful woman or anything? It could be for me, it could be for anything else, but why do y'all men not lock in? And then when women act crazy, y'all want to call us hoes or shit? Why? What's the problem?
So she basically wants to know why men drag it out for so long and don't give you the full commitment after you do all the wifely duties. Now, for women who don't understand this, sometimes a man who really wants a wife, he'll take his time and vet. Not every woman who does wifely duties is gonna be a wife long term. He might see certain signs that you don't see, but you're saying you're doing just enough. Now, some men can communicate with like, hey, I don't like this, but some men with higher standards won't say anything at all. Make you do exactly what you're doing, give them all the king treatment, and you get nothing in return as far as long-term commitment. My advice to you is you can't rush greatness. If you feel like this man fits your standards and checking most of your boxes, do not try to rush the process. The man gives the ring, so you can't really fault him for wanting to take his time to see if he's making the right choices. Now, if you have a time frame in your mind and you saying, well, in 1 year or 2 years, he doesn't make me his girlfriend, you have all rights to leave. But don't rush a man who's trying to find a good woman and a wife. And you want to get married. Pack it up.
Never feed their egos.
Is it cool if I grab your number though? I can't take you on a date? Why? Oh, okay, no worries. Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm in love with you. What's your name?
Ashley.
Huh?
Ashley.
Are you from Australia?
He won't work. Take his number.
Huh? Oh, yeah, it would work. It would work.
You already?
It would work.
Already?
What?
That's fun.
Who's this? I have no idea what this girl is.
You see how she rejected him? She curved him. She wasn't interested. But she didn't want him talking to anyone else. She didn't want him giving his attention away. That was supposed to be reserved all for her. And what did she do? She came to hate. You know why? Because she couldn't accept the rejection. She couldn't accept his indifference. Indifference is a woman's kryptonite. Why do you think they hate nonchalant men? They always say that, I hate nonchalant men. You don't give them the reaction that they want, they can't stand it. That's the same thing how women say, how come when we reject men, they unsend their DM? Why do you care? That's because rejection to a lot of women is an ego boost. They get to look at it like, oh, look at all these men that want me and that I turned down. And they use it as a sense of validation and a way to boost their ego. A lot of y'all don't realize how much power that you have and your attention. I mean, as a whole, if we were more selective with who we gave our attention to, a lot of these egos wouldn't exist. It's a dirty game. Stay focused though.
If you're able to buy me a car,
All right, we're starting off a little rocky.
then that's somebody who's having their stuff together, right? If you can buy me a car, not mentally and emotionally. Yeah, right.
I think you should pay more attention to the young lady in the background. She's actually the one speaking some sense, but let's continue.
Not saying I can't buy my own car. I can, right?
No one said anything about you not being able to afford your own car. Where the did you get that?
But I'm saying if you're able to buy me a car,
Yeah.
and it's not an issue, and it's not a threat to your life or to your well-being or to your finances,
Yeah.
then you're an eligible bachelor for me.
It makes perfect sense as to why you're single. When the did a car become a reasonable prerequisite to dating?
Okay. All right. What type of, we talking like Chrysler, you know, a little Honda?
No, we're talking about a luxury vehicle.
Luxury, all right.
Yes,
Damn.
we're past that, honey. I'm grown.
So not only is it an unrealistic ask, it also has to be a luxury vehicle. Not to mention, you said that the reason it has to be luxury is because you're grown, which would also imply that people that don't drive luxury cars are immature. I don't get it. Boy, I swear you hoes are losing your mind out here. Who raised you hoes?
If I buy myself a luxury car.
Lexus counts as luxury?
Yes, Lexus counts luxury.
Okay, she's reasonable.
Lincoln, a Lincoln.
Lincoln,
luxury.
okay, yeah, okay. A little bit of maybe like a 2020 Cadillac.
No, like a 2020.
That was a good year.
If you're
Fellas, we could say a lot. We really could. But you know what? Allow Father time to show her what reality is for her. That's exactly why she's single now. But don't mind me, you know, I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
Women that go to the nightclub don't really care about talking to men anymore or getting to know men. They're not there to meet people. They're there to take pictures and post it on their
Yes,
Instagram.
true.
And then on top of that, it's a low ROI for the guy because I know if I go to the club, I'm going to be out easily hundreds, if not thousands of dollars just for the opportunity to talk to a bunch of women that aren't going to appreciate the interaction anyway. So for a lot of guys, they're kind of waking up and realizing, okay, I'm wasting time. I'm wasting money. This is a very low return on investment. What the am I doing here? And I'm going to go talk to a bunch of girls that don't want to talk to me anyway because they're on Instagram talking to NFL players.
Yeah.
So that's drastically woken a lot of guys up and realize like it's very tough for me to compete here. And then there's guys here at the club that have a section that I can't compete with. So this is why a lot of guys are like saying like, why the am I here? It's that I'll be very honest about this. Women's standards are too goddamn high for what they bring back in exchange. A lot of girls want, I need you to be tall. I need you to have money. I need you to have status. I need you to have charisma. I need you to be funny. I need you to like dogs. All this dumb that quite frankly, most of you women don't even qualify for. A lot of you guys want a guy that's an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, but you're a 3 out of 10. And it's like, well, you might get that guy to have sex with you, but are you going to be able to keep him long term? Probably not. Most of you can't. So, but the issue with women is what they think they can attract, they think they can retain, and it's two different things. Attaining a guy versus retaining a guy are two different things. But a girl thinks, I went on a date with this guy, I've hung out with NFL players before, I've dated this guy, I got smashed by this guy, oh, I think I could probably retain this guy. You can't, a lot of times.
And I think we need to go right back to the clip that Decode Dating was talking about. You have a woman there. So the situation, the issue was that, you know, you had a woman, she was upset. She was like, man, you know, if I'm doing wifely duties for you, how come you're not going to wife me up? How come you're not committing right now? Like, what's going on? What's going on with women or with men? And essentially, you know, he gave them some advice. But I would probably say to that, you know, just kind of watching her, a lot of times what modern women do is you can hear it in their attitude, why they're probably not engaged yet, why they probably haven't received the commitment yet. Well, you know, except for maybe, you know, I get mad and ignore your calls every so often. But that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. That type of behavior, because I'm guaranteeing you're not telling me something else. Number one. Number two, modern women are notorious for being in their feelings. You get in your feelings, you speed off. I don't know where you are. Next thing I know, I find you in the side of a ditch. I just got mad and I just pulled off. And I was at the store and, you know, I was just minding my business out late at night. I just had to go somewhere and cool off. Modern women don't think about security. They don't think about their surroundings. They don't think about anything. Oh, I'm going out with the girls. They find me at the club. They go to the club. So your attitude, well, I just did, and I ain't picking up don't pick up his call, girl. You go what I'm trying to say is there's a plethora of different things that modern women do dangerously. They don't think about what they're supposed to be thinking about. And the man has to cover for it, either by going and trying to get you up out that club, make sure you're all right because you didn't go in there and started a fight, or a man's putting his hands on you. And he's like, well, why are you out here in the club if you're not single? Well, I'm just out here dancing. If you're not single, why are you out here in the club? Well, I'm just out here dancing and have a good time, You know, modern women start putting themselves in positions that they had no business putting themselves in because of their attitude. That could be another reason.
This is a process for a woman to check themselves, because I hear this all the time from men. They be like, bro, women don't take no accountability. So what was it like for you to say, I'm gonna take accountability, I'm tough?
I had to look myself in the mirror. It was argument after argument. And the arguments was the exact same argument of, let me lead. You know what I'm saying? It can't be two head of the household, you know? And once I got into my Bible, once I got into my word, it was like, let that man lead. You know, it was the same argument repeat all the time, the same thing over and over and over. It was us clashing like this. Why? Because I was wanting to run things, because that's what I was taught to do. But then when I realized it was affecting my marriage, and I didn't want to be a single mom, and I wanted my kids to have a different life from me. I wanted them to have a mom and dad in the house. It was like I had to tighten up. It was like, if you want this thing, close your mouth. Close your mouth. And I know a lot of women is like, you know, we living in a day now where, you know, it's a lot of, you know the type of energy, a lot of, you know, I ain't gonna go there. But my marriage was what was important. My children was important. Them living in a 2-parent household was important. And if me closing my mouth is gonna save it, I'm gonna close my mouth.
Like, it'd be funny how I always could tell when a man is safe for a woman when his woman think he a bitch. And what I mean by that is she don't say it, but she just like, girl, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. She don't even know how dangerous this is. I've heard women called cold-blooded killers. That nigga ain't gonna do nothing. I'm like, little do you know, like, you tripping. And even like my kids or my woman will always feel like, no, like, cause they don't even know that side of you as a man. I think that when you are able to tame the beast within you, to not show that side to your woman, she can know, like, you can make her respect your boundaries and all of that, and if not, just cut her off. But if you ever got to show teeth and show her your aggression, she's going to be slightly scared of you, and that's not respect. And some men don't know the difference between a woman fearing them and a woman respecting them. And some cool with being fair because man to man, that work. Like, if I can make these niggas scared of me, they going to respect me. But woman to man, once you put them in that category, subconsciously, they going to start closing off and shutting down. They're going to be a shell of themselves, and then you're not going to really get the woman that you want. So let her know that she's safe with you, and don't play with you, but you're not gonna never do nothing to her or harm her. And I feel like we can restore the order of respect from a woman respecting the protection of a man, and a man respecting the not taking that innocence and softness from a woman just because she mouthing off and popping it.
Veneer breath is real, and it literally smells like. I find that a lot of people that experience veneer breath went out of the country to get their veneers done, or they got their veneers done by someone that's unlicensed, aka these veneer techs running around. Issue with this again is that the bacteria that's forming around your veneers is causing tooth decay. It can lead to tooth decay. It can lead to cavities. It can lead to root canals. It can lead to you losing your tooth altogether. Like, it costs more money to clean up than it would to just get it done right the first time. And for anyone that thinks that I experienced this, you are out of your rabbit mind. I go to a licensed dentist out here in Los Angeles, California, that not only has had her practice for like over a decade at this point, but the woman also teaches dentistry at UCLA. BFFR. Anyways, for anyone out there that does have to go out the country to get their teeth done, if you want some suggestions on what you could do to mitigate whatever issues may arise, please comment down below and I will definitely help you guys out with that, because a lot like this is not safe.
He said, look what he said.
What did he say?
He said, I hope everything okay with you. I'm here if you need anything. Hit me up, queen, anytime.
All right, we off to a good start. Sounds like a stand-up guy.
I said, can you send me $300 or can I come pick it up from you?
Okay, so we're starting off with the premature begging. All right, not sure why you would take that approach, but let's see.
Look what he said. Yeah, I got you, babe, but I paid her some stuff this week. You asked me a little too late.
In other words, crazy. I know you got a baby because I can see it in the background. And secondly, why would you be asking this man for money? You don't even know him like that. You don't know him like that. When he said he got you, he didn't mean he's going to just be funding you bread. He mean like, hey, you know what? You can give me a ride to the airport? Cool, I got you. Hey, we passing McDonald's. You could give me a little McChicken 5-meal deal? Sure, I got you. Hey, can you repost this on your page for my business? Sure, I got you. That wasn't talking about no 3 bills. Are you? Y'all is stupid, man.
I can send you half of it next week, like maybe half of what, 200 to 250.
See, I told you that. He's not trying to send you no money. When he said he got you, he was talking about everything besides money. Everything else. You need some late night. I got you. Hey, bro, at this point, that nigga might give you a kidney before he give you some bread, bro.
I said, you full of shit. I was supposed to go out with you Sunday. And now you talking about you bought tickets for a concert. I said, I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't play games.
You a grown-ass woman with a baby begging inside of a Winn-Dixie with your friend recording. When you say you don't play games, what games are we talking about? Because this is real playful to me.
I asked for it now, not next week.
Bruh, what is so humorous about being rejected and begging? Maybe I'm missing the joke, bro. Maybe this is something I'm not understanding about this video, but I can't understand what's so funny. But you know what? Maybe it's just normal practice. It's normal behavior for her to be begging inside of a Winn-Dixie. Out of all places. Well, y'all keep the change.
The first thing that women need to forgive their husbands for is being a man.
Probably the first thing women need to forgive their husbands for is for being men. The problem is that women want strong men who are good providers and at the same time expect them to be like a girlfriend that they can always vent about a problem with. Men don't want to talk about problems. They want to solve them. Women want their man to be emotionally available. In other words, they want to turn him into a woman. It's as if some women want their man to have the characteristics of a woman without losing their masculinity. There will always be a power struggle between men and women. Only when women enjoy the strengths that they have that men don't, and enjoy the strengths that men have that they as women don't, will they be happier people and able to live in peace and harmony.
The first thing that women need to forgive their husbands for is being a man.
Probably the first thing women need to forgive their husbands for is for being men. The problem is that women want strong men who are good providers and at the same time expect them to be like a girlfriend that they can always vent about a problem with. Men don't want to talk about problems. They want to solve them. Women want their man to be emotionally available. In other words, they want to turn him into a woman. It's as if some women want their man to have the characteristics of a woman without losing their masculinity. There will always be a power struggle between men and women. Only when women enjoy the strengths that they have that men don't, and enjoy the strengths that men have that they as women don't, will they be happier people and able to live in peace and harmony.
He said he didn't want to marry me because I didn't fit his weight requirement in the 3 years we were together.
He wanted you to be bigger or smaller?
Well, I made the mistake and signed an agreement that I would lose.
Tell me about an agreement like this that you had to sign.
I guess basically in order for him to marry me that I would work on losing weight, so he would buy me stuff for me to lose weight, and then he would go to counseling.
What I'm hearing is a broken, dismantled, trauma-filled man who self-projected his self-hate, his insecurity, his lack of integrity on you.
No. We gonna tell the truth in
Let's
today.
go.
Why is it always an issue when a man has requirements? Sometimes we just not yoked for each other, and that's perfectly okay. But in terms of even just like you said, he created a contract. Sure, but she signed it. You don't have to sign the contract.
Okay.
If I felt that disrespected by you writing this contract and laying it in front of the table, I say get the out of my face. But she signed it.
I signed it because I'm 47 now, and I want to be married. I was in love with him, so I figured the pickings is slim.
But I want to say this. Yes, she signed it. Yes, she needs to take accountability on that piece. But to your point that if you're saying that this woman is not the weight class, the body size, I'm not attracted to her, she's not conducive to my liking, why in the am I dealing with her in the first place? Okay? Why in the am I choosing her in the first place? I have the power of choice. There are a million women in here who are smaller, bigger, no BBL and everything else. I can choose that which is conducive for me. I don't have to pour into her or project onto her some trauma that I'm dealing with to say, look, I need you to sign a contract to be a certain size. Go get that to the size you want. All right.
Yeah, but once again, modern women don't want to take accountability. You see how she said she moved on from, she need to take accountability for that. No, we need to go on back to that. We have to go on back to that. Because you're telling them, well, you need to go to therapy, you need to go to counseling. With all these healed men out here, with all of these men that got they stuff together, why are you messing with him? Unless you see potential, unless you like what you see, unless he's got this portion over here. I like this, but he needs some therapy. If you go to therapy, I'm willing to work with you. Okay? If I got some stuff to work on, you got some stuff to work on. If you're willing to go to the gym and start working on yourself and improving your physical, we can do something. End the story. Well, why don't you get one of these smaller women? Because maybe I see potential in her. But maybe she needs to work on her health journey. They're doing the same thing, but in two different spaces. He needs to work on his mental. She needs to work on the physical. But for some reason, the man is the enemy here.
I just called my fiance to tell him that I pulled over on the side of the road because I have a horrible migraine. And I was like, yeah, I'm super nauseous. I can't see straight. I can't look at the light. The walls are closing in. And do you know what this man has the audacity to ask me? He says, well, did you drink any water today? Well, did you drink any water today?
Okay. So let me just say, any woman who will berate their boyfriend, their husband in a public video, get rid of her. Listen, I know you're engaged, whoever this idiot is, right, who's engaged to her. You should call her and say, honey, you know what? I'm done. The fact that you did that, the fact that you released that video, are you kidding me?
This is a story that a girl told that I think about all the time.
Another example of the blind leading the blind. Viewer discretion is advised.
She was at the mall. She didn't have her hair done, nails done, face done, didn't have on a great outfit, but she's the type of girl who's always done up. A man comes up to her at the mall. He says, you're so beautiful. I'd love to get to know you more. Let's exchange information. She thinks he's attractive, but she turns him down. Her reasoning was the most mind-blowing thing ever to me.
I can almost assure you, it's probably not going to be that amazing.
She said that because he was interested in her while she looked a little bit run down and unkept, she knows that that man is not her type. The type of man she likes would never go for a woman who does not look well kept.
I told you it wasn't going to be amazing. There was nothing mind-blowing about that. And the reason there's nothing mind-blowing about it is because a lot of them think when they have their hair done, nails done, makeup on point, they believe that's the real them. They believe when they are in their natural state, when they don't have any enhancements, that's the ugly version of them. That's when they are unkept. How dare you find her natural beauty attractive? They've lost the plot, gentlemen, and ain't nothing we could do to fix that.
And that makes perfect sense. The type of woman that a man goes for will determine if he's actually your type. You are lying if you say that you couldn't look at a list of women that a man has been with and say, oh yeah, you're not gonna like me. Because you know what type of women are similar to you and which aren't. She was saying, if you like me while I look like this, you don't like me for real.
I think what's most baffling is Shorty was at the mall. And the thing about the mall is most people don't go there any kind of way, especially if they have high standards. One thing I know about women that keep up with themselves, even when they dress down, they still look good. So if she feels as if she was just so low that he couldn't find her attractive, you're not really who you think you are. Because you could put any fine woman in a crop top, jeans, and some sandals, and she walk into a mall. If she's really like that, men are gonna find her attractive.
This isn't how I usually look. This is the exception. You aren't gonna like the rule. It has literally stuck with me forever. So I want.
Yeah, I know it. The blind leading the blind. I'm just really curious on how bad this woman really looked. Because if her standard is so high, dressing down, you shouldn't be that far away. I don't know what their beef is with natural women or their natural selves, but this is really weird. But hey, you know, they ain't gotta listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. I keep the change.
Have you ever made a woman pay for herself on a date? You seem like the type that would do 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yes or no?
No. I feel I'm the provider of the family.
You're the provider,
Yeah, I feel
so
like
you have
that's,
money.
is that what you're here for?
No, I'm here for love.
Or,
But I can never love a broke man. So everybody put your head down if you don't have money.
If more than half the guys raise their hands, the men may vote to replace the girl. I'll leave it on you guys.
And that's what happens when you get rejected.
I was rejected by a matchmaker this week. You wouldn't be able to work with me. I'm very, very type A, organized. I like to be the leader. I also told her I was looking for a man who was also a leader because I don't want to always be the leader, believe it or not. I told her I was looking for someone that was at or above the same income level as me, driven, who is ambitious, who is ready for a long-term relationship and ready to get married. She may have actually picked up on the fact that I'm a little high-strung. I'm not like a stressed out or anxious person. I'm just high energy or type A. This is who I am. And she was asking me, do I meditate? No. Do I journal? No. I said I could never really be with a beta type man. I specifically used the word doormat. I said I would chew them up and spit them out. And her response was, well, I married that type of man. She was saying that, you know, men really like a soft woman and I should try some of these vision board journaling, meditating type of things. She essentially said that I am not ready for her type of services because I have too much work to do. My walls are too high and I'm not ready for a long-term committed relationship at the ripe age of 38 where I've been in therapy for 10 plus years. She also said that I need to soften a little bit. And men like a softer woman. Essentially, I spent $350 to meet with this woman, have her tell me I am not worthy of love as I am, but the fact that I need to change in order to be worthy of love and partnership. We shouldn't be pushing on these narratives that people are not worthy as they are, and essentially telling women that the type of woman they are isn't worthy of love. That is a narrative that should not be given to anyone, or it is dangerous commentary, and the fact that she said this to my face had some audacity.
The part that she's not considering is that matchmaker is also hired by men. So she's listening to what men want, which is why she's giving the feedback that she's giving. But this reaction from a woman is exactly what a lot of men are experiencing in the dating world. There's just so much resistance from women these days to self-reflect and potentially change a little bit. It is okay to change yourself in order to improve yourself. yourself. It does not mean that you're not worthy of love currently. You are. Everyone is. It's just a matter of, are you willing to make yourself a better partner to fit into a relationship? It's really that simple.
Kendra G, host of a hugely popular matchmaking show called Kendra G Singles.
I'm looking for a wife. I want to find the right person.
Destiny literally represents everything you told me you wanted.
Your show brought my destiny to me, and I'm very thankful.
A toast to your show. A toast to our marriage. Cheers, everyone.
He came on my show. They saw each other in person, got married, and this is the baby. A Kendra G Singles baby.
Joining us now to talk about relationships is host and creator of Kendra G Singles.
Good morning, Texas.
It's Didi in the morning, everybody. Kendra G.
Download the dating app, Kendra G Singles. Set up your profile and find your love anywhere in the world. What's going on, ATL? She was on my show. She's getting married to a doctor in Jamaica.
I was watching the show. Her smile was something obviously that attracted me. She seemed reasonable. We watch your show. We're looking for diamonds in the rough, and we found one. You're changing lives. You are doing God's work.
The magnificent Kendra G is in the building. Kendra G is in the building.
Shining, yeah. All of this winning. What's going on? It's your girl Kendra. Really make some noise. DC. Showtime.
Welcome to Living Local DMV. Featuring special guest Kendra G.
We have a very special guest in the house. I don't even know how to describe her.
Let's say Rich. How about that one?
The owner of Walmart is super eccentric, approaches you and just really likes you for some reason. And they say, I want you to drop out of college, forget your career plans, but I'll pay you $1 million per year. That's a lot. Honestly, I'd be surprised if, no offense, I'd be surprised even if you're at your peak, any of you ever even end up making $1 million in a year. No offense, don't take it the wrong way. All he wants you to do is be a door greeter. You just greet people at the door. Welcome to Walmart. You get paid $1 million a year. You can pursue any kind of romantic relationship you want, and you get to work. Do you take that trade?
To be honest, I'm sorry, still no, and that's
Still
not
no.
because of my relationship ideals, it's because of fundamentally who I am. If I am a door greeter, I consistently crave change, adaptability, adventure, and naturally I fall into I'd fall into a crazy depression.
What about you? You take the deal?
No.
Don't take the deal. Does it change if we up the price? 10 mil?
No, not the price.
Doesn't matter.
No.
10 mil?
No.
Interesting. Okay. Why?
Like, I'm genuinely really interested in psychology, and I want to do that. Like, I want to help people, and
I have a pitch for you. You can psychoanalyze the people as they come into Walmart. A lot of characters in Walmart. Here's my couch. Sit down. You can do some Freud. Nope. Okay. Do you take the deal?
Oh man, maybe.
You take the deal. The Walmart deal.
I don't think so.
You can't do
honestly.
your little car thing, your clothes thing.
I don't think so. To me, it's more about the freedom of choice. No, I wouldn't.
You don't take it.
I wouldn't take it because I'll be making more than $1 million a year.
And I really like the point that self-checkout was making. A lot of these modern women, they think too much of themselves. Their egos are overinflated. Well, I don't have my he liked me with my makeup on, and or with my makeup not on, right? I wasn't done up like I usually am. And, if he liked me like that, then I'm like, ugh, why would you like me when my makeup ain't done? And like he said, that means you think, well, this ain't the real me. I'm not really ready. Imagine what I look like when I put on all of these enhancements. Imagine what it is when I put on my face. Imagine what I look like when I spend 3 to 4 hours doing a little something to myself. I got my hair, fake lashes, drawn on eyebrows. Imagine what happened when I do all that. Then he really ain't gonna be able to mess with me. No, because he can't mess with a Disney princess. Disney princesses are literally drawn. They're literally an imagination. No. I'm here in the real world, so no, I can't mess with that. But that's what modern women think. That's how they feel. They feel like, well, that's not the real me. So when I put my makeup on, even though I'm going to be walking around half the time looking like I look now, I want the best version. I want the best that I can get, even though I'm not going to be the best. So he don't meet my standards, because when I'm at my best with my makeup on, I'm looking for an athlete. I'm looking for a superstar. because that's what I think I am. Even though, by the way, I'm not.